Welcome to Driven Trucking. This is a daily vlog of a flatbed owner-operator. And on this channel, we talk about all things trucking, we talk about securement, and we talk about health and fitness out here on the road. So if that's something you're interested in, please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you know when my next video is coming out, and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. If not, leave a comment down below and let me know what I can do to improve the channel. So, as you can see, I work for Mercer Transportation. And I got asked, how is it? Do I like it? What's the pay? You know, all the usual questions. And I'm going to cover that today. What specifically I'm going to cover, I'm going to talk about what I like. I'm going to talk about what I dislike. I'm going to also cover my pay. Okay, so those are the three things that I'm going to cover today. If I were to go any more in depth, then it would be a super long video, and hey, do you really have time for that? So if that's, if you want to know other things, please leave a comment down below and I will monitor that and I will do my best to answer all of your questions. Right now we're in Wilmar, Minnesota. We woke up and it was a crisp 45 degrees, which was fantastic. I sleep so much better with the truck off and when it's cold outside. So I love the fall, winter, some of the spring in some of the areas. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. So I'm loving that. And another thing that's a huge money saver. I don't have to idle the truck all night. I do not have an APU on this truck. So without having to idle all night, I make more money, which is always great, right? But we're going to get this load of I-beam off. That's where we're headed here very shortly. Well, guys, we got loaded up. We've only got 6 crates on and only 10,000 pounds. We did have to tarp it, but it was only one tarp and just a 4-footer. So I was in and out of there in less than an hour. So that's really cool. So we are headed southbound. We are going to stop in Des Moines tonight. We've got about 137 miles left. The sun is technically setting right now. So what do I like about Mercer? Pretty much everything, to be honest. I love the fact that it's very much, even though a larger company, it's very family oriented. It has that family oriented feel to it. Everybody's super friendly. When you walk around, just in general, just in the building, people are smiling at you, and that's really rare. Whenever I first started in orientation, which was a very quick and easy process, by the way, all the drivers that were in the trucker lounge were sitting around laughing and joking. That is super rare. If you've ever been to a trucker's lounge, you know that those are the gripers and the whiners and the complainers. So I knew right then that I was in a great spot. I felt something special here. Something else that I like is that we have what's called a coordinator. Now, he is not a dispatcher. I have heard people refer to, I don't like dispatchers when they're talking about Mercer. That is not what he does. What he does, I call him up and I give him parameters of what loads I am looking for. He will enter those parameters into the computer, and when he calls me back for a load, he only talks about loads that hit my parameters. I go in and look on the load board, the loads that match up to my parameters have a little dot next to them. But I see all the load. I see the entire load board, and I can set up all of my parameters with however I want. If I want to go wherever, or if I want to go to a certain spot within X amount of miles from where I'm delivering and within X amount of miles of a destination, I can do that. And that's amazing. Something else that I really like is that they are very straightforward with the money. When you do look on that load board and you see that that load pays $2,000, I don't have to math that $2,000. That $2,000 is what it pays me. Okay, so that's something that's very straightforward, and I like. Not all other companies operate that way. I'm not going to put any other companies on blast, but you know who they are. So that makes life very, very simple. Something else that I like, obviously, is the pay, and we're going to talk about the pay a little bit later on. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be here if it didn't pay well. I'm not going to hang around and barely afford to feed my family. I mean, that's just stupid. So obviously, the pay is very, very good. And I'll give you. No, we're going to go into that later. We're going to go into that a little later. So. Like I said, the orientation process was super smooth. I liked that. It was 2.5 days long, and then if you've never done flatbed, there's a 1.5 day securement class that you have to go through, and it was super easy. And plus, my recruiter Rafiq, what's up, man? If he watches this, he's awesome. So if you do want to hire into Mercer, call up Rafiq and tell him Brian Phillips sent you, and he will know. So it's really great here. It truly is. Like I said, everybody's so friendly, and it's a great company. I mean, the only way to explain it is when you go to a different company and you see all the drivers just always have something bad to say. Mercer drivers don't. Not the ones that stay. If you go to other companies, there are guys that have been there 15 years that all they do is complain. The guys that have been here 15 years, they don't complain. The guys that have been here over a year don't complain. So anyway, those are some of the likes. Let's get into the dislikes. I had to think really hard about this because there's just not a lot of them. And the ones that I'm going to talk about, they're really no big deal. One of the dislikes is you have to have your truck inspected every 6 months. And that's really not that big a deal. I'm pretty sure Landstar is every 4 months. But why I bring this up is every other time I actually have to go back to Louisville and have them inspect my truck. And they are way worse than any DOT inspector out there, I promise you. So that's a little bit of a pain, but that's nothing. I mean, Louisville, that area is a fantastic area for freight, for flatbed in general. Not to mention, my company is based out of Louisville, so we have a lot of customers around there. So no big deal. One of the bigger issues that I do have is that the Houston area freight is very non-existent, unfortunately. Now, you're going to run into that no matter where you go, so it's not really a valid complaint, but it's not like having your own authority where it really doesn't matter where you go, there's a plethora of freight. So that's a little bit of a bummer considering that I live in that area and sometimes I have to come out or, come out for cheaper than I want or go to an area that I really don't like. I'm pretty particular about what I haul and where, and
I'll deadhead. I don't mind. Today I deadheaded almost 200 miles to get this load. Whenever you calculate all the miles in, it's my daily average. Actually, this load hits quite a bit more than my daily average, so I don't mind at all. I am not afraid to deadhead. Well, I keep wanting to go into that pay, guys. I want to talk about it, but yeah, so, you know, no matter where you go, you're going to deal with that out of Houston, so that's, like I said, that's not a valid complaint. And the only other thing that I can really think of is that it doesn't have the freight volume that having your own authority has. And once again, that's not a valid complaint because there's not a single company out there, not even Landstar. I don't want to hear it because I've seen that load boards more times than I can even count. It just doesn't have the freight that having your own authority allows. And so you have a bit more control over over more, you know, you can make more money having your own authority. Let's just put it that way. That's a simple way to put it. So those are the likes and dislikes. I didn't go into a whole heck of a lot. I just wanted to touch a few. Like I said, those were the only cons that I could even come up with. So if that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what to tell you. But if you have any, like I said earlier in the video, if you have any questions at all about Mercer, if I can answer them, I will just put them in the comments down below, and I will monitor that for quite a while on this video. So please leave those down below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Whenever we shut her down tonight in roughly 2 hours, I will recap or nightcap and talk about the pay at Mercer, which I know is what you guys want. So we'll get back to that in a little bit. What's up, guys? We made it here to Des Moines. We just filmed the second part of this video, and I've decided to go ahead and break it up into 2 videos. I went much further in depth than what I thought I would. I still don't feel like I covered a ton. However, I covered a lot more than what I was going to. So it's necessary for me to break it into 2 parts. I do apologize, but stay tuned tomorrow. That's going to come out, or maybe I'll just put them out back to back. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, leave comments. Or leave questions down in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, appreciate all you guys coming over. Appreciate you new subscribers. Please remember to hit that like button. You know, it'll help us grow the channel. So that would be great. I'd be very humbly grateful for that. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and remember, stay driven.